All right, we are live, guys. Welcome to the 10 a.m. shift, the first shift of the BMB Gear Doubles tournament. Is it the BMB Gear Classic Doubles or is it the BMB Gear Doubles?
Uh,
We should probably know this.
I, I,
I know that I remembered seeing something about Classic somewhere in there, so.
I think it's the BMB Gear Classic doubles.
Doubles, yep. That sounds right.
I believe the Classic comes first. Now you
Yep,
got me questioning myself.
yep, Gear
BMB
Classic
Gear
Doubles.
Classic singles and doubles. Yes,
Yep,
I
there we go.
was right. It's good when I'm right every now and then.
So once again, we've got 13 and 14 and 15 and 16. And
Steve, that includes yourself, buddy.
I know. Luckily,
I'm.
Luckily, that's not bothering me at all. You should have seen me up here before, and it's still bothering me the fact that I don't have like the scores perfectly lined, like the scores monitors perfectly lined up and everything. I was bugging me, but I finally said, okay, don't look at it. Because it's too hard to get those. That's a fairly small margin there to get those exactly lined up on two separate cameras. But
uh,
as we did last night, we are trying out
Still trying
something,
out the vertical.
doing full vertical for everything as opposed to horizontal. Again, as you guys are out there watching, let us know what you think. If you like
I
this
will
or
tell you
prefer.
this. I went back home last night and watched it on my TV.
Yep.
If you're watching this on your TV at home and it is really, really grainy,
Yep.
go to the settings tab. If you press up, or you can fast forward the video or hit the thumbs up button. There's a settings tab. If you go in there and change the resolution,
Yep.
it would not let me run it on my TV above 480. It could be different for you, but that's the fix. If you're set on 1080 or 720 HD resolution, if you lower that down to 480, it'll take away the graininess
You know, if
and
you
make
up
it a
it
clear
because it
picture.
sets it low. Didn't you say if you went up, it just didn't give you a picture at all, or
It gave me a picture. It was just super, super grainy.
even the 720
Or
one?
no, yeah, sorry. 720 and 1060 would not let me. It wouldn't give me a picture.
Yeah.
It defaults to like 160. Now again,
Yeah.
this is all my
Yeah. I'm gonna check mine
TV at
tonight.
home.
See how that
Um,
goes.
but mine defaulted to like 160. I had to go and take it and turn it up to. I got as high as 480. It'll let me run it at that. So if it's grainy on your TV, try that first. Other than that, we do the vertical thing, like Steve said. Most
Yep.
people are watching this on their
On phones.
cell phone and iPads, which are in a vertical stance or
Yep.
vertical position. But again, give us your opinion. Tell us what you think. If you like it, love it, hate it. What does make this a little better for like our live stream last night? We didn't have to flip screens back
Yep.
and forth to the pin setters.
Yeah, I thought
Made
it
it
was pretty
nice.
cool to see. You could see the ball go down the lane on the one,
Make
and
it
then look
smooth.
up and see right as it hit the pins. So
Yep.
I thought that was pretty nice. But yeah, this is one where I was looking at it and it was like, I think that's really good for finals, but I don't know that it adds a ton for this type of format where we could
Well,
just have the horizontal, but it allows us to get both, and you're a little closer.
a little closer to
Where you
both
can
the
even
lanes were
potentially
on
see the
action.
scores. Yeah.
Yep.
We do still have our live camera. We will be going live if we are able to catch somebody with an honor score. We will be going to that pair and bringing it to you from there. That'll be, I think I've got it set up that'll be covering up lanes 13 and 14. So when we do that, you won't be seeing that pair, but we'll figure it out. Got it going. Like I said, is everybody out there who's watching, just let us know what you think of it. I'm sure anybody watching this has probably watched something else that we've done in the past. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, let's
get
talk
through
about
this.
some of
Yeah,
the
who we
bowlers we got up here. Up here on 13 and 14 on the bottom of your guys' screen,
Stacy Anderson and
Stacy Anderson, and is that
Carlos. Not gonna try it.
yeah, everybody knows Carlos.
Yeah.
I don't want to butcher that last name either.
Yeah.
But Carlos and Stacy are up here bowling as a team on this. The partners are across from each other if you're looking on the
Yep.
scoreboard there. Then we have Chris Hawkins, and his partner is Joshua Jones.
Yep.
Then we have
Bo Schenk, I believe. Bo Schenk.
yeah,
We'll go Schenk.
SCHEAK.
ENK.
Oh, Shenk. ENK.
Schenk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Handwritings are hard to read. I'll see it
Jesse
better when he
Hawkins.
comes. And then
Hey,
Jesse
we know
Hawkins.
that one.
We can read that one.
We can say that one. Bo went to the same handwriting academy that I did.
Apparently.
And over here on 15 and 16, we've got Vontre Johnson and Jerome Wilson fresh off their doubles win when they came in here on the 10 a.m. shift of the Just Curate doubles on 15 and 16 in the top spot and put up the winning score for the whole weekend.
Who set this up? This doesn't seem fair, and they're picking up right where they left off. Jerome,
I don't know that Vontre shot a 7 count on his first ball the whole morning, but who knows?
Probably not. He fired a big set that day.
Yeah, he shot I think they both were in
well,
the
they both fired
sevens.
big set.
They 790, I think, and
but with a winning number, took the lead right out of the rip in that Just Curate doubles, and nobody could catch them all weekend. So, looking to see if they can do it again. These guys. Then we have Bobby Rice, and is that Bill Stacy?
Yep, Bill Story.
Oh, Story. Sorry. Trying to read the screen up here from I'm old.
Yep.
I could have just read the back of his jersey, I guess.
Yeah, that may have helped.
That would.
You can see that.
That's a little bit bigger print. And then we have Tyler New and Joel Ray.
Yep.
They are partnered up together over there. So some pretty good teams right out of the rip over here on 15 and 16. And on 13 and 14 as well. You guys can bowl over here. I mean.
Hit it.
Oh, no.
Oh, that wasn't very nice. And then we got Stacy Anderson here, who she decided to go a little crazy on the first shift of the Just Curate doubles as well.
Absolutely, she fired back-to-back 300s,
going 195 and then 3-3. That's a lot of strikes.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a really good, fun day. But here at a different tournament, different day. We're the BMB Gear Classic. These guys are going to do their best to repeat that process again.
Yep.
Do want to take a minute, shout out to all the sponsors that helped make a tournament like this possible. Lonnie Builder Tournaments. Go check out all the stuff Lonnie has coming up. He's got his doubles, his trios that have been running strong for 16 years now. And he, from what I hear, he's got some things coming up that everybody's going to want to see and hear about.
Careful. Yep. We got Joel doing what Joel does.
Then we need to thank Wendell Barger right here inside at Strikers Pro Shop right here inside Northwest Lanes. Huge shout out to him. He's donated some bowling balls to be raffled off, so make sure you guys, if you're here, go check out the raffle table. If you're not bowling, you can always come in, buy you some raffle tickets. No need to be present to win. Also, Brian Himmler's Pro Shop, who donated some bowling balls to be raffled off. Appreciate you, Brian. Hammer Bowling Products. The cashing out winning weekend. We'll get talking about that here in a few minutes. But Jermaine Conn and Malika Ash donating entries for the cashing out winning weekend. Storm Bowling Products. And then Boss Lady Productions. Thanks to each and every one of them guys. And then thanks again to the staff here at Northwest Lanes. Going to be another busy, fun weekend for us here.
Yep.
We're looking forward to running another weekend-long tournament on without a hitch. And
Yeah.
fingers crossed we can keep everything going, and every shift starts on time, and the bowling is good. Steve, negative Nancy.
I didn't say anything. Although if they keep striking like this, we will.
Right? See?
So Vontre's already off of his first game
Oh,
pace last time.
no.
Oh no, don't do that.
Well, they got some work to do now.
I'm gonna go ask a question I'm curious about. I'll be back, but I could be mobile. I got wireless headsets, but I'll mute myself when I ask my question because I'm just
All right.
curious.
While Steve's away, I'm going to sit here and go through some of these bios we got turned in here. We got stepping up over here on 13 down at the bottom of your screen is Chris Hawkins. Chris is 40 years old, averaging 242 right now. Been bowling for what he says is 27 years. Bowls out of Franklin Lanes in Evansville, Indiana. Evansville, Indiana. He does have multiple 300s to his credit, multiple 800s to his credit. His highest series is, I want to say that says 839. Or does that say 8? Oh, wow. That may say 889. And he has 1184 for 4 games as his highest. Nah, that's got to say 839. Sorry, 839. Right now, he currently bowls in 3 leagues. These guys striking too quick. Joshua Jones, his partner who bowled up next to him, 44 years old, averaging 241, bowling 38 years. He bowls out of St. Franklin Lanes. He's got multiple 300s and 800s with an 879 as his highest series. 130 300s and 88 800s is what he says.
And I'm back. Is
Uh
that
oh.
muted or am I good?
No, I hear you.
Okay.
Uh oh. Now I'm curious what the question was.
Just questions on a couple of bowlers up there.
Oh. Oh, I see what your question was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I don't. That. Okay. Yeah. They said they weren't. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back again.
Steve's on the hunt. He's
Well,
investigative. Steve is up.
well, just because ours. Yeah.
Right. Chris stepping up here on 14, going high. It's a little shocked at that ball reaction. Stepping up over here on 13, I do have a bio about Jesse Hawkins over here. He'll be stepping up on lane 13 on the bottom of your screen. Jesse is 38 years old, averaging 239 right now, bowling 27 years. He bowls out of the Hatfield McCoy Rec Center. He has multiple 300s and 800s with an 868 as his high series. 43 300s, 42 800s. He currently bowls in 2 nights a week. His partner, Bo Schenk, I think. I don't want to. Bo. I'm just going to go with Bo. Don't want to ruin that last name. Sorry, Bo, if I am. He's 37 years old, averaging 234. Been bowling for 21 years. Bowls out of Franklin Lanes in Indiana. He has 300s to his credit and 800s to his credit. 54 300s, 40 800s, with his high being an 869. Currently bowling 3 nights a week over there. We got some serious gamers here this week. Vontre back on track over there. Good to see that going. Jerome got that front 6 going. Bobby Rice getting a double. Bill, good bounce back off that open frame. Guys, we got 4 people watching over on Facebook. Guys, do me a favor, hit that share button, share it around to all the sites that you normally watch. Share it to your page. Let's get as many people on here watching as we can. If pinned to the top of those comments, we have our link to our YouTube channel. Do us a favor, head over there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment where you're watching from. All of those things are free to you, but help us out tremendously. Get that algorithm going for YouTube. You can also be watching us over on TikTok. We are NWL Tournaments on TikTok. Do us a favor, hit a follow us over there if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate it. Jerome finally falling off. Had the front 6. Misstep there, leaving the 3-pin. Vontre trying to run down to 610. Got it. Guys, we still have plenty of openings on all the shifts this weekend. We are here today. We have another 1 o'clock. Next shift coming up is 1 p.m. Then we have a shift at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. today. And then tomorrow is filling up. I would not wait around for tomorrow. Make sure you shoot Will Bates a message if you want to bowl tomorrow to guarantee you a spot. Those were filling up fast. We have 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. shifts tomorrow. I know he said yesterday they still have plenty of room on the 7 p.m. shift tonight. But the other 2 shifts, the 1 and 4, were still kind of full. We have what looks like to be 11, 37. 37 teams in here this shift. Um,
All right, we got that squared away.
um, 37 teams in here this shift.
Yep.
I know Will said the other ones were the pre-registrations for them were already up into the 30s as well for those. Minus the 7 o'clock, had plenty of room on that one. So got plenty of time to get a partner. Get yourself down here, bowl a shift. I know I would be if I was able. Still, I'm back bowling, actively bowling, practicing at night when we're done.
He's almost up to 3 games.
I'm almost up to 3 full games before the leg. I'm building up stamina. So
Yep.
the bowling game is,
Closer.
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I'm afraid to video myself.
Oh yeah.
But I'm sure it looks atrocious. So the first things first is I'm slowly building up my stamina to get 3 games in. I'm very, very hopeful to be able to bowl league this winter. I have, for those that don't know, I went through a partial knee replacement on my slide knee. And for some reason, it has done a number on my muscles in my leg. So they did tell me this was possible. It's not normal that it takes this long for people to get back, but for some reason, it has really, really done a number on my muscles. And it's just taking them extra time to recover and get the strength built back up in that leg.
I just did
It
a
didn't
scan.
help. Didn't help that I put on about 35 pounds after surgery, sitting around not being able to do nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly working on getting rid of that too. So all of those things are factors. We're getting there though. That's getting off topic. We're getting there though. We're getting back to bowling. We're figuring it out. We're slowly getting there.
You'll be back for our Tuesday night leagues in this winter, hopefully.
That's the plan.
Yep. Because you got to replace
Yeah, I don't.
another injury. So
Yeah, I'm hopeful to get up to at least be able to bowl one league this winter.
yep.
I think once I get there, once I get to 3, it'll come back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Again, that's going to be a try though.
Mhm.
The good news is the 2 leagues I will bowl this winter, if I can bowl, will be on a Tuesday night and a Friday night, so 3 or 4 days between them. I think it may still be a while before I can do back-to-back days or
Oh yeah.
back-to-back shifts
Yeah.
of a tournament, but we're going to get there as quickly as I can.
So I just did a scan, and we do have one potential mobile. We do have a front 8 out there. That is the only person that still has any kind of fronts left, but we will see what happens there.
That happened quick because I did that same scan 30 seconds ago,
Yeah.
and I seen a couple,
Yep.
and we're down to 1 that quick.
Yep. That tends to happen, especially as it starts getting closer. You start getting in the 6th, 7th, 8th frame. You start thinking, "Ooh, look at that!" And then once that "Ooh, look at that" pops in your head, things
You go,
change.
ooh, look at that.
Yeah. You get up there, you start
Stacy.
thinking about your shots a little more when you start having that happen.
Yeah.
And for a lot of bowlers, including me, once you start thinking, that is never a good thing for your bowling game.
Yeah. I did tell people, I used to tell people all the time, there's 2 times when an athlete, a good athlete, and it's semi-true for most sports, I think. 2 times when an athlete is dangerous and can be really, really good when they're sick or when their alcohol plays a factor.
Yep.
And under both of those circumstances, you tend not to think properly, and then your body just does what you've trained it to do.
Yep.
Without you thinking. So those are the 2 times you can actually be. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people go, "Man, I don't feel good," and myself, I've been here on days where I don't feel good. I don't want to bowl. I'm not feeling my greatest, and then I bowl, 750 plus.
Yeah.
And it's just because I wasn't thinking clearly. I just went out there and did what I was supposed to do and go on.
Yeah.
Which could have been kind of what we saw last night with Sophia. When Sophia walked in here, she's last night, our winner from the
Yep.
singles last night. She didn't want to bowl. She was tired. She was wore out. And then look at her. She fires off a 300 game during King of the Hill round, and then runs through her matches and wins the whole thing last night.
Yep.
Took out Dave Metters, a great bowler,
Yeah. He said
in
that's
2
the
games,
first time
back-to-back
that
games.
he has lost in a finals in this building.
That's
That doesn't
I
surprise
believe that
me.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he don't lose in the semifinals very often, does he, Steve?
We don't need to talk about that.
Sorry, buddy.
Ring's phoning.
Ring's phoning. You're right.
Nope. I said something. It's my fault. We do not have fronts anymore. Jeremy Ciccone was on front 8. He just left us 7 pin. Sorry, Jeremy.
That's
That was
rude.
my fault. Blame
That
me.
was rude. That was rude.
So, no mobile cam game 1, but we will be keeping an eye on that and maybe go mobile.
You're not writing a score down. They just start the second game, right?
That would be an ask the tournament office real quick. Whew, sorry, I'm not muted. Sorry, we had a tournament question come here to the booth. I'll come up here and help you as soon as I know everybody's done. Lynn? Yeah, we can do it by lane.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Just getting
I'll
some,
give her
like I said,
both.
getting some tournament stuff in. This is going to YouTube and Facebook, and that's going, or well, that is Facebook there, so we can see the comments.
Same pair of lanes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say one of them looks delayed.
Yeah. Oh, that's way delayed because this is live, and then it's got about a 10, 15-second delay before it actually gets to whoever's watching it.
Oh, they did the 7-second thing.
Well, I think it's just the way that it works from the internet and having to transfer around the world.
Interwebs.
Yeah.
With somebody saying something.
No, we got in trouble for that. It was Josh.
I think he's falling right in front of us.
Yeah, he's down there. TikTok got mad at us, but we're good now. We know better. We know what words we know a word we are not allowed to say.
Well, at least one, yeah.
At least one. We know a bunch of other ones we knew off the bat, but that one we learned about that one. But hey, we're learning. We got on TikTok. They have a AI or something that keeps us in line. So it's good to know. Keep everybody happy as much as we can. This is still a bowling tournament. Somebody will be unhappy about something.
True story.
Nope. Chad's here. Did we leave the no more Mountain Dew for Chad sign up?
I re-put it back up after he walked in the door this morning. Anybody knows Chad Morris. He's been banned from the Mountain Dew here at Northwest Lanes.
Somehow he still
Although
got
somebody he still got one. He got a blue one.
one. Yep. He must have thought, oh, that only applies to the regular Mountain Dew, not the flavored.
Uh-oh, there's food going by. Oh, they're talking to fat guys in the game now. Speaking my language.
Yep. I may have to step in there in a little while and see what's going on. I think they've got hot dogs, burgers, and then as
Yeah,
sides
they were here last.
they've got spaghetti. They got can't remember what else. They got a bag of Grippo chips is also an option, and then a couple other things. I just can't remember what the. I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna say because I don't remember for sure. We'll find out though. We'll let you
That
know.
is a good thing about these tournaments. Like every year, this is the fourth year the BMB's going on. They're not they're not afraid to feed you. They'll feed you here.
They will. That's something I've got some thoughts on maybe incorporating into our Just Cure It doubles next year, but we'll see.
Hey, told you boys, we were getting right back to work on that one too.
Yep. I almost did it this year, but we realized we didn't quite have enough volunteers to run the food. So maybe that's something if we know in advance that we can get some people here, there is a chance I may try and get us some pulled pork in here next year.
Hey.
Cause that you let a pork shoulder sit on a smoker all night, that
Listen,
turns into some good stuff.
talking a fat guy's language here.
Yep. You already told me I can be an honorary
Jess,
fat guy.
you can be. Jesse and Bo finishing off that round with a 464. That's going to be the high on that pair. I think with I'm not sure what. Oh no,
Josh and Chris got the 461. It looked like, so they were right behind him.
right there behind him.
Got the message that they were still bowling for the win, but Montre fell off a little bit of his Just Cure It pace. Though he could just go ahead and pull a Stacy Anderson and get right back on his Just Cure It
Absolutely.
pace. Close to what Stacy shot. I think she went 195, and then Bills, and Montre goes 196.
Beat her by one.
Yeah.
So Vontre and Jerome finished that game with a 462 with their handicap. Yeah, like I said, not the start they wanted for their back-to-back, but $389 for Bill and Bob. I did not catch Stacy and Carlos's score. I'll have to look that up here. Got to get us some split the pot tickets, right, Steve?
Yep.
I'll buy this one. You buy the next one.
I won't be here for the next one.
Oh, that's right. You won't. $20.
You gotta finish out what you messed. You gotta finish out your game. Yep. 3 or 8. There you go.
Steve takes
Steve
takes hand up accountability for that one.
I said, "Oh, we got somebody on front 8. We'll go mobile," and then yeah.
There's a group on YouTube. I'm not trying to steal their line, but I thought it was a pretty neat line. If anybody watches any golf on YouTube, Bob Does Sports. They're a funny group of guys who are just some golf hacks, except for their scratch golfer of the three of the trio named Fat Perez. That is his self-proclaimed name, not mine for him. But anyway, when they say something and they're wrong or they cause something, their gimmick is to say that was hands up accountability. So you have to put your hand up and go, yep, my bad. That one's on me.
Yeah, Joel and Tyler finishing out with a 4:59 here. So we got a lot of people right around those same numbers.
That doesn't have a handicap on it, though, does it?
Nope. But we can do math, we think.
I can look it up when I go up to print the scores.
Well, Carlos got a 198, and he's getting 15 sticks. So 213?
213.
Or is he getting 17 sticks? So 215.
Okay.
And then Stacy's getting 12, and she shot a 180, so 192 for her.
407. She makes that look easy, don't she? Make that look easy. Thank you, babe. Yeah, that's right. You're leaving right after the start of the next shift, aren't you?
Yep. Got a birthday party at 2 o'clock.
Whose birthday this time?
It is my best friend's. You are. How'd you get a Mountain Dew? We said it was off limits. Yeah. Did you see the sign? It was up there. Yeah, it's back up there again.
Come on, man.
Oh, he said it was.
Oh, no.
Chad said it's not up there.
Somebody took it down. I'm going to put it back up. Don't worry.
That's half the bowling alley's profits.
Right? Chad Morris lives on Mountain Dew. Said if you all know Chad, he is hyper to say the very least.
Strike there by Stacy.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need a big number here to get things going. A little behind the 8 ball. Who's going to be the first one to miss over here on 15 and 16?
Joel's gonna wrap 7 right here.
Uh-oh. Flat 7.
Flat
Not
7.
wrap.
That was close.
Hand up accountability, sir.
My fault. Sorry, Joel.
Speaking of, we'll talk about that after we're done. Usually, when you're on YouTube or something, like you can do like hashtags in the things, like sports, to make sure they're coming up on the right things.
Yep.
I think we need to look into maybe doing that.
Yep.
There's a bunch of hashtags you can put on there, and it may work for the TikTok as well. Because I know TikTok does the same thing. Do hashtag sports, hashtag bowling. I know hashtag 300, hashtag bowling is fun is one of them. We'll go through them when we about to start putting those in the description section so they come up on the right algorithms. Sorry, guys. I know we're not talking too much bowling. We're talking business. This is early on a shift. We only got 4 people over on Facebook, 2 on YouTube watching. Again, don't be afraid to shoot us a comment, shoot us a question. We'll gladly answer it. I do have all the list of bowlers. We did have a contest over on our YouTube page for the winning score. That is now shut down. No new guesses. But I have all the those that have guessed. I got them wrote down. Their guesses wrote down. If any one of them's exactly right, they're going to get a bowling ball of their choice for me and Steve. And then Will Bates last night decided he was going to pitch in a BMB Gear jersey for you as well. So
Did you get the ones off of last night's too?
I got to go through it today because
Okay.
you know how those comments don't
Yeah.
show up right away. So
Yep. 'Cause I
when
know there were
between
like two or
shifts, I'm
three
going to go through
people.
and watch it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Vontre's found something a little bit. He's able to put a double together. Stealing my mouse again. Oh yeah.
I'm doing my due diligence. Did you copy this to anything?
No. All right. Elaine's going to go up and do some work here. He's going to go up and print some scores off. Get that here in a second. Oh, Bill picking up that 7-pin right there. Good shot from him. All right. We got Josh going there. Let's see if Joel's able to get that 7-pin out this time. That turned better. There's the 7-pin goes. Wearing his local league legend shirt down there. See if Tyler's able to get on the strike train. Actually partner with Tyler in our Sport Challenge League here in Northwest Lanes on Monday nights. That's a fun time. Actually, if you guys like sport shots or anything like that, keep an eye out. We are running sport shot sweepers on Sunday nights. We will not have on this night due to this tournament being in here this week. But we are going to have a play-in tournament Sunday night, tomorrow night, for the Herschel Lawn Care Match Play that is coming up at the end of July. That's going to be a $20 pay-in, and if you are able to bowl, if you're able, depending 1 in 5 bowlers on that $20, we'll get a free entry into the Herschel Lawn for the Lawn Care Match Play tournament. That is a $75 entry, so $20 can turn into $75, which then can turn into at least $1,200. So I believe we're seeing at least $1,200 on top. We're still working on getting more sponsors and more money in that to see what we can end up as the final total on top of that. But we are going quick on that, so make sure you get in for that. But if you want to just come out and get yourself a chance at an entry, but even if not, you still for $20 you can come out and bowl on the pattern because it is on beaten path, which is still an easier shot. It's gettable. You can get some score on it. It's modified house is what Wayne likes to say, but I'm fairly certain that it is still a 6-to-1 ratio. So that's not super easy, but still a lot easier than sport. So come on out and try your hand at that. Maybe get yourself an entry into that. Jerome falling off a little bit, just missing that split there. All right, let's see if Stacy's able to clean. Oh, Stacy just coming in a little high. Yeah, that is 5.7, so that is a challenge pattern by definition. Yep. Yep. But it is still, I mean, it is definitely gettable. You can definitely come in and put a score up on it. It is 41 feet, but so I'm going to gloat a little bit that I was right and it's not a house shot, but Wayne's going to say it is anyways because he's going to disagree with me. But it is what it is, but we'll see. You guys will be ready to hear that in just a second. Mostly just because I like being right, and so I get to tell Wayne that I was right again.
Oh, Lord. What was you right about now?
Beaten path is a challenge pattern, not a modified house pattern.
Listen, it technically, yes. Okay. It is.
Because I looked it up, it's actually 5.7 to 1. It's lower than I thought it was, because I thought it was like
I thought it
7
was
or
like
8.
7 or 8 to 1.
Yeah, no, it's
But listen.
5.7.
If I can shoot 300 on it, it's pretty much a house shot.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the difference. When you get out here on a challenge shots, really all it does is instead of having 5, 6 boards in this room, you got 3, 4 boards in this room instead.
Right,
It's still there.
which is why I tell you, people in the past or houses or tournaments in the past has used Beaten Path as their that or Route 66, either one really could be used as a modified house shot. I think just because both of those patterns you can kind of play wherever you want. Multiple angles are available, just like your house shot. You just have to be more accurate. Maybe not so much on Route 66. You do have to kind of play Route 66
Route 66
more
is a little
toward the
different.
middle
Yeah, because that outside
than
dries up
Beaten Path.
instantly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So maybe not Route 66. I take that back. That may be misquote there. Or misrepresented. Yeah. But Beaten Path for sure, because you can play, straight up the boards, kind of like Stacy is on Beaten Path. And then guys who can, Von train them who play deep inside can swing it on Beaten Path. You're just miss room, no matter which one of those two you play, is
smaller.
Is way smaller.
Yep. Yeah, I remember we put Beaten Path out here, I think, one Sunday night last year. And I think there were a couple of people who were almost in front of the ball return outside of practice.
Right.
That pattern plays real dry in here. Especially you get it outside, because it's not a lot of volume. And so it starts out low, and you start tearing it up, and it'll go real quick.
So same thing goes for, like, let's say, what was it, Scorpion? The PBA pros treated Scorpion like it was their version of a house shot.
Oh, that was Camille or Cheetah.
No, that's bumper bowling. That's adult bumper bowling.
Yeah. It used to be. They
used to be anyway.
Bit.
Yeah.
The new one is they put something in there.
Back a few years back, Scorpion used to be Scorpion or Viper. Somebody help me out with that. But one of them was like, they called it the name. They named it what they named it. It was either Scorpion or Viper. That because you could strike from anywhere. Either one of those two animals could strike you from anywhere. So you were allowed to play multiple angles, and these PBA pros kind of treated that pattern like their version of a house shot. Obviously, they have zero miss room, but they did it that way because they could play anywhere. That's why they called it that, and that's kind of what you get with a house shot. Anybody can walk in on a house shot and play their A game and should be able to get lined up and throw some strikes.
Yep. Tyler did not like that one, but it struck.
Thank God it's a house shot.
Exactly. Because sometimes you play lines that you didn't mean to play, and they still work.
Right. See, like, he could play that line if he really wanted to.
It wasn't what he was aiming at, but it struck. Hope work is going well, Brian. Not sure your boss would appreciate you being on YouTube while you're at work, but that works. Granted, Wayne's
hopefully
on
he's
YouTube,
on a break.
Facebook, and TikTok while he's at work.
Yeah. He's on a break. Leave him alone, Steve.
That's what it is. Yeah, I'm sure.
Listen, this is a guy who went and played golf while he was supposed to be working.
No, I was off that
Oh
day.
well, you were willing.
No.
He's like, technically, I could go play on Friday.
Yeah, if the second half of the day, I would take off. If I go play the whole day, I'm taking the day off. My job like you do as well. We are lucky enough to be on a salary position. So,
Listen, let me ask you this: Is your boss watching right now?
No.
Well, then why are you lying?
Because it still gets out there, and I'm not lying.
I'm messing with you. Steve's answer sounded like his boss was on the live stream right now.
Well,
like, no, I would have taken the day off, sir.
But the benefit that we have is if I work an hour, I just get that day counts as I work that day. Granted, I don't do that hardly ever, but all that means is I just don't have to take a vacation day. Like I said, that's kind of the one benefits of salary, and
right.
But there's also downsides to salary too.
Absolutely.
As Wayne is well aware.
I don't get paid overtime. This is not right.
What, you mean you work over 40 hours a week?
Yes,
No.
very much, sir. Very much.
I know. You mean 12 hours on Sunday gets you over 40 hours?
Listen. It's not the 12. It's not even the time here that gets me over 40 hours.
Yeah.
We got to add in the time I spend doing it at home. Yeah. That's the time we spend answering messages, and not that I'm not complaining about it, guys. I love every one of you guys, and I'll answer those messages in a heartbeat.
Yep.
But yeah, this is all in comparison to the amount of work that's put in. It isn't always what you see up front. It's the behind the scenes that's put in as well.
Yep. There's a lot.
And that's not just me. That's any tournament director in the world. These guys, Will Bates, I guarantee you, has worked his butt off for months leading up to this tournament.
Yeah.
Doing things behind the scenes and the work that most people don't even know went on to make it happen.
Yep. All the volunteers in there helping out too. I mean, he's got 7, 8, 9 people in there all helping him run different things, running check-ins, running brackets, running scores, everything. Running split the pots. We just had that go by.
Yeah, down to the tiny details, because Will has all of these guys are in matching shirts today.
Yep.
All of his tournament staff is in. So yeah, getting those little details down to. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yep.
You got to love what you do, and we absolutely love doing it.
Yep.
This part, sitting down talking with you guys, is actually the easy part.
Yeah.
This is.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to go around the horn here, see if we got anything that needs some mobile.
Well, they got the right one doing split pots today.
Yeah.
We got ours, babe. Hey.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of these are on the low end, but I was just going through, scanning through for scores, seeing if we have too many fronts. Looks like we had 4. So give it about 3 minutes. We should be down to 1 since I said we had 4.
About right. Hand up accountability, Steve. Hand up accountability.
And there's the first one.
That didn't take long. 30 seconds.
Yep.
30 seconds.
Look up, Devin Parker's just off to the right of our live stream. You can see the 3 pins there on the top on 17. That was one of the fronts that I mentioned. That's gone. Three of them are still alive, but that's only because they have not had a shot since I've said anything yet.
So what? So by your logic, you can't jinx them if they're not bowling.
Well, you can't. It's impossible. But when they're up, then and once they go through and throw their next shot, then it can be my fault. There's the first one getting ready to throw down here. We'll see if I jinx them. See, my thought was if I don't say their name, then maybe it doesn't count. All right, two of the four are stepping up. We had the first one fall off. We'll see if we can get me a 3 for 3 here on Black Cloud. There's 2 for 2. We're gonna ring and 10 pin down there on the other one. And now there are 2 left. That was a front 5 that stopped at 6. Devin was a front 5 that stopped at 6. We have a front 6 stepping up down the lane. He powered through it. And the one that was the front 6 down on the right that just missed his on that same exact lane right under him has front 5. So we'll see if I can go. Maybe I'll go 3 for 4 on Black Clouds. I think it might be safe to say that Vontre and Jerome will not be setting the lead. Not that they're not bowling well; they're just not bowling the lead pace.
Not the same. Not the same thing they put up at day one of the last doubles tournament.
Yep. This is just doubles season. There is a doubles tournament every month from May to August.
Yep.
So we have the Just Cure It. We have the BMB going on now. We have the Strikes for Alley next week, which is a double.
That's
Or
a
that's
trios.
a trios. That's right. That is a trios. But then we have the Queen City doubles in July, and then we have the Cash and Out doubles in August.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, while you bring those up, we'll go ahead and go through those upcoming events. Tell you a little more about each one of them. Like Steve said, that strikes for Alley. We have this coming up all this weekend. We got shifts today, 1, 4, and 7, and then we have 10, 1, and 4 tomorrow. The strikes for Alley. That is June 14th. That is in honor of Allison Garrow. She was a varsity bowler at Ross High School. That tournament is a mental health awareness fundraiser. It is a trios tournament. They have shift times of 10, 1, and 4 p.m. It is $40 a bowler, $120 for your team. Lynn Ray is here running brackets all weekend long. If you want any further deeper information about that, or if you want to donate either monetary or a raffle basket item, see Lynn in the tournament office here. Or you can get yourself signed up through her as well. But yeah, that'll be next Saturday right here at Northwest Lanes. Then, like you said, June 5th and the 6th, or I'm sorry, July 5th through the 6th and the 12th and the 13th, the first 2 weekends in July, the Queen City 9-pin no tap is back. We have 10 a.m., 12:30, and 3 p.m. shifts. It is $50 a team. You can see Yolanda Matthews get signed up, or you can email them at queencitynotap@gmail.com. Then right there at the end of July, coming up, we have our Herschel Lawn Care Match Play Challenge. Finally, took me a couple weeks to get it done, but we got a huge 64-man, 64-person bracket made up. Double elimination. That is a fun one. You can join us on Facebook for that one. As a matter of fact, we may put a link up to that one in the comments.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I just got my headset was saying low battery, so I've been working to get a charger.
Oh, is that for your?
All right, still hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good. A wireless headset said low battery, and I feel like I probably should plug that in if we're gonna potentially be going live anywhere. Which we will not, because just as I said, in that 3 minute, 3 of the 4 did not strike on their next ball. The one person who struck on their next ball just fell off by leaving a 10 pin. So you guys are all welcome. Pile up on 11.
So I do now have pinned at the top of those comments. Oh, can I only pin one?
I think you can only pin. I don't think you pin. Yeah, I think you can only pin one.
Okay.
Or no, maybe you can pin two. You have to click pin now.
Yeah, it takes that off.
Oh, yeah. So you can only have one pinned at a time.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
In the comments, I put a link up to the Herschel Lawn Care Match Play event page over on Facebook. See all about it there. But it is a 64-person, 2-game total pinfall, double elimination bracket. I know that's a mouthful to say, and probably to understand, but that's. It has cost us $75 for that tournament. The first 64 people that pay me or win a play-in, we're going to get to that in a second, are in, and that is it. We'll shut down. We will have. We'll take a couple of standby folks when it gets to that point, just in case somebody gets sick last minute, can't show up or whatever. But don't wait around. You can Venmo me, cash at me, drop cash off here at the bowling alley. You can see myself or Nate Herschel. But we are match play start to finish. We're going to be blind draw your seating for the match play. And the Friday night before, we're going to run a Calcutta tournament, Calcutta for that event. So don't miss out on that one. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. And as a matter of fact, we're going to have a play-in sweeper this Sunday.
Yep. Yeah, I mentioned that a little earlier, but I'm sure we got some
bold
people
on. Yep, that is bold on beaten path. So play-in tournament this Sunday, right after the last shift of this BMB Gear Classic. I am estimating that to be around 7:30 start time. So as soon as they're done bowling, we will re-oil some lanes with beaten path. That play-in sweeper is a $20 cost. 1 in 5 bowlers who bowl in that, I'll give away a free entry to the match play tournament. So you can get your $75 entry, kind of like Steve did here next to me, by winning one of those for only $20.
Yep.
If you've already paid your entry, you can still bowl the play in. If you win one of the free spots, I'll give you your $75 back. Don't be afraid. It also gets you to come out here and get a little practice on that beaten path, see what the pattern's going to be like for the tournament, things like that.
Yep.
So that'll be this Sunday, immediately following the last shift of the BMB Gear Classic. We will re-oil. I'm, again, estimating that to be around 7:30 for the start time on that.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have a better idea probably today.
How long it's going to take. Yeah, by the end of the day today, I'll have a real good idea how long this is going to take to get through and what time that, especially that 7 o'clock shift we have today starts. If it starts on time, we'll know it'll be more on time, more on the 7 o'clock time.
Yep. Again, it's going to be quick. I mean, just 3 games, no match play, no king of the hill,
no moving, no lane movements.
Yep.
Just come in, draw a lane. We're going to get you out there. You're on both 3 games. It'll be handicapped 80% of 210, just like the tournament is.
Yep.
But yeah, if 10 people show up, I'll give away 2 entries, and the top 2 scores get those entries.
Yep.
That's simple. And then the last one I wanted to talk about, we have the the cashing out winning weekend. I got on just cure mode there for a second.
Yeah. That'll be back, but we won't have to talk about that one for a few months. Welcome from
We
California
have
there. We got somebody watching all the way from California.
hey, it's early in the
Welcome.
morning over there.
Yeah, it is. It's 7 o'clock. Speaking of, while he put that out there, where's everybody watching from?
That's what I had said earlier.
Oh, you did say that? No, my
That's why I
bad.
probably
I
put it out
missed
there.
it.
Sorry. Yeah, tell us again. Cashing out winning weekend is going to be August. Is it 8th, 9th, and 10th? I'm putting my email up. I got the flyer right here.
Yep.
8th, 9th, and 10th. Friday, August 8th is the single sweeper for it. The check-in for that is at 6 p.m. They bowl at 7. They have
Both 4 games. You skip
yep,
2
that
pairs.
format for that is bowl 4 games for the singles, skipping 2 pairs, bowling on 3. Cut to top depending on number of entries, seeded by total pinfall. Total pins do not carry over into 2-game match play. There are 2-game match play.
Yep.
For those matches there, and they'll do that all the way until they have a winner after that. So they're cutting straight to the cashers after their 4 games total of qualifying. Yep. And it'll be match play, 2-game total pinfall from there on their Friday night sweeper.
Yep.
And then I also have.
What was the entry on that Friday night?
Let me look at that real quick. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm looking through the flyer on my phone. Sorry, guys.
Yep, all good.
That is an $80 entry fee.
Yep.
And they have $3,000 guaranteed for the first place on that one.
It says guaranteed 3,000. Is that on top, or is that that's an interesting way to put that?
Ooh, yeah, it does say guaranteed 3,000 for a handicap sweeper. Yeah, I would assume that's on top, but
yeah,
I will.
We'll check.
Do we have an event page for that up yet?
I don't think I saw anything yet, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I'm in the wrong.
I was wondering what you were doing.
I'm supposed to be here. Sorry.
Yep.
It's not like it's that far off. There it is.
Yep, no, it does say guaranteed $3,000 guaranteed first place. That's not even with any listed entries either.
I will put a link to that in our
in this comments as well.
Comments as well. So that link is also in our comments as well on the Facebook side. Yeah, Jerome and Vontre fell way down that time. They are 418.
Really, yep. Tyler and Joel still popping off decent scores, but they might be able to get themselves into a cash-in spot.
Nothing was really big that set over there on 13 and 14. The best one was Jesse and Bo again. They had 448 that game. Josh and Chris with a 410. Stacy and Carlos shot a 358. That gives Stacy and Carlos a 765. 871 for Josh and Chris. And 912 for Jesse and Bo. 880 for Vontre and Jerome rounding the corner. And then 811 for Bill and Bob.
So 912 was
Finishing on Tyler and Joel here. They've got a pretty good game going. They may be well into.
Yeah, they probably are working themselves into a casher spot, but even this is still a.
See if they can get a shot at 1,500 here. Maybe not.
Nah, they're going to be
high 14s though.
Maybe. I mean, I may still even need. They're going to need in the high fives, or they're going to need 5 to get into the mid 14s, I think. 31 and what, 40s?
That's
43?
a wrap 7, by the way.
That is a wrap 7. 53.
So
84?
486 or 484, yeah. So they're 943. So 500 will give them
1440.
1440.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, they could get into the high.
They could get into the high 14s.
They need to put something. They need to not have that one slip up frame that both of them had there.
These guys can absolutely put up a big number.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't count them out of getting to 1,500, honestly.
No.
57, 557 is not out of the realm.
Oh, no, they could easily put that up.
Of possibility for them to.
I mean, you got a local house legend on the. I mean,
absolutely. You can't count him out ever.
I went up and posted on there that we are on. I posted on the Northwest Sweeper page that we are on TikTok, so I put that out there for everybody to be able to go start following that since we're out there. This is just the second weekend that we've streamed on that page. I think we streamed on.
I'm gonna leave the TikTok thing to you. I'm gonna send you all the videos. You can post them to TikTok.
Okay, I can do that.
So you already got the one from yesterday.
Yep.
Go ahead and make sure that's put on our TikTok
put
page.
That out there. Yep. Yeah, something I want to do, and I saw it. I'm going to try and steal it from Mark. Maybe I don't know if we could have somebody go around and do it next one, but or maybe if knowing me, when I fall out of the king, when I don't make it through qualifying, I can go around, just get some videos of different people throwing strikes. Throw that little montage together. I saw Mark Miller of LTM tournaments. He put out a really nice, cool video from one of his LTM, one of their Wednesday night sweepers. I think he was able to get, because I think they had about 14 people, and he had a clip of all 14 of them throwing strikes in a short little video that was pretty nice little thing he put together. So I want to commend him on that and let him know I'm going to be stealing that idea.
Well, that's been done plenty of times before. It's not like, but here's one thing I do want to put out there. I have slowly, mind you, in my free time, been trying to play with our editing software. I still haven't bought a complete version of any one editing software yet, just because I don't know which one I want to use. But
look on his face makes me nervous.
It makes me nervous too.
Oh Lord.
So
I feel there's a story to this.
There is, and I'll tell you in a second. So first off, let me get through that. So if anybody knows some editing software and knows how to edit some YouTube videos or TikTok videos, I'd love for you to come in and give me a crash course. Just some tips, tricks, things like that. So I at least know what I'm doing. or tell me what's your favorite editing software. Right now I'm working with oh crap, name of it now.
Oh crap! Is it editing software?
No, it's not. Oh crap.
Couldn't help myself.
I've went through a couple of them trying them out. But which one's your favorite and why? And I don't need to be really, really good at it. Thank you, sir. But yeah, just a crash course so we can get some of this. I can get started on trying to do some of these video editings. Most of them are just going to be short little clips of somebody who shoots 300 in the house, so we can post them on our pages and our websites and our YouTube channels. So appreciate that. Now back to the story for the laughing. Tab, our GM here, is convinced that the Keno winnings are directly linked to Bob Bourne's bowel movements.
Yep.
So he's convinced every time Bobby goes to the bathroom to poop, Tab buys a ticket and he always wins big while Bob's pooping.
Yep.
So he come up and held up a sign in front of us that said Bob's pooping. So I had to hand him $20 to go buy me a Keno ticket.
There you go.
We're going to test this theory out.
Yep.
So Bobby's probably one of the ones in there in the bathroom watching us on YouTube now.
Yeah. Hi, Bob. Should we play Push It?
Listen at him.
That was something I was seeing that I was trying to see to get little like sound bites or things like that to throw in here because I could do that. But I was seeing that there's really, even though you see a bunch of streamers and a bunch of things who will do it, they'll throw like a little 2-second clip of a song in there just because it's funny or something like that. But
right.
apparently there really is no technical length of copyright. So even 2 seconds, if you play 2 seconds of Push It, let's say, the owners of those songs could yeah,
Blake, you're absolutely probably right. That has become a thing to where we're that old now. We know how to work a computer. I just don't know editing software.
Yeah, I'll be the first to admit that if I'm sitting here and I've got to go, okay, like I was thinking this the other day because I just did it. We're looking at doing another cruise and a trip and all that coming up maybe next year. And so looking at booking the cruise, booking the flights, booking the hotels, I get on my computer because that is not, for me, that is not a phone activity. That is a computer activity.
Right. Like, nowadays you can do that all from your phone. And
yeah, but I can't. I'm like, nope, that's a computer activity. Because like we've said before, I like to have multiple tabs open. I like to know everything I'm looking at.
Absolutely.
Doing it on my phone, I can't do it. What did he just
Tab went to get reinforcements for Bob.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yep. So,
just funny.
To me, there are still computer purchases and phone purchases. That's what I've seen that Gen Z makes fun of millennials for.
Here's what I did notice, though, too. Yep. Like, if you go to one website, any one particular website, now they have, and have had for years now, though, there is a phone version of that website and a computer version.
Yep.
There are things you can still do it on your phone, but it is different how you get to it from your phone to a computer anyway.
Nope. Jeez, can we change that to a 6, please?
That's only about 300 tickets off from us.
That's a big number then. Oh.
That's us.
Oh, that's us. There we go. That'll buy the rest of our.
You're mobile. You can go do it. That'll buy split the pots for the rest of the weekend. Yep.
Or at least the rest of the day.
Well, true. True story.
Mobile. Hey, we get paid to live stream.
You guys got the $60 one? Yeah.
Tell him no, Steve. We got the first one.
No, ours is the first one.
What was the first one worth? I didn't even hear it.
I didn't hear. What was the first one worth again? 140.
Oh, 140? Oh, that's.
There you go.
So we got
We got 3 entries for the next 3.
yeah, that'll get us.
That'll get us the
That's
next
what
3.
we'll do. Next the rest of the day.
That works.
Split the pot for the rest of the day.
All right, we're coming down here. I think we're getting a couple of lanes.
Did I win? Tab knows.
Let's see how much you want on that
He said, "Give me your ticket. You won."
Yep.
Tab knows. I was just looking up there, going, "I can't see that Keno screen from that far away."
Yep. I see 25. You're just getting all of it. Okay.
Will's just walking by. They'll have the food ready and on for sale about 12:15.
Yep. That works. So even if you guys aren't like bowling, come and get some food.
Yeah.
There's that burgers, hot dogs, Mets, brats, I think, so all that fun stuff.
Look at us, Steve. We're on fire today.
Yep.
That's all right. I'll take it.
Hey, you just turned $20 into $55. That
Hey,
works.
can't be mad about it.
Nope.
So the theory works. Bobby goes to the bathroom. You buy
You
Keno
win
tickets.
money. Yep. I'll have to keep that in mind in the future. I should have had it at $20 too. But I didn't know the story or know what was going on to know that I needed to do that.
Well, he told me that last weekend too, and I was like,
Yeah.
really? Like, so I jokingly said this weekend, hey, when you go to the bathroom, I want to know about it. That's why he brought the sign.
Yep.
Because Tab was telling me about it last weekend, and sure enough, he does it, and he hits good.
Yep.
Get your split the pot tickets while he's pooping too. Apparently,
Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
that may be the time to buy him. But they drew him while he was pooping, so that's probably why we won.
That's what it was.
What have we come to, Steve? We're a bowling YouTube channel talking about Bob's valve movements.
This is true. Hey, anything for views, right?
I guess. It's piqued Blake's interest. So
yeah. You got something. You got bowling and interesting commentary.
Hey.
So let's throw it out there. What is everybody's bowling ball of choice right now?
Ooh,
You could come in here with one. Let's say we put on a 1-ball tournament. What ball are you bringing? Urethane and plastic are not allowed.
Why?
I don't know. It's on a house shot, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's on a house shot, so most people probably wouldn't say. Although I think I know one person who may have been a runner-up last night who probably would bring a urethane ball, but if anybody would, it would be him. Well, there's a couple of people I can think of. There's someone who I know would probably bring one to a senior tournament.
Tony Lee.
Yep.
I'll throw his name out there. It's Tony Lee. Tony wields that purple hammer
To every tournament.
But he throws it so well.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at him.
Nope. And we all know Dave always has a urethane ball with him. Now the question is, would he bring?
Hey, buddy.
If he had to pick one ball to bring to a 1-ball tournament on house, would it be a urethane ball?
Lonnie Bilder Jr. from LTM Sports just walking by saying hi.
Yep. He was the other winner of the. He was the benefactor of the Bobby Poopin.
Oh well, see now
they won the $140 on the split the pot. GB5 from Blake. Good ball.
Now, Blake, is that the first ball out of your bag when you come to a house shot? Is that your benchmark bowling ball right now? Because there's a little bit of a difference in that, I think. If
Yeah.
I had a one ball tournament,
Yeah, it'd
it may
make a
not
difference.
necessarily be my benchmark ball.
Yep.
My benchmark ball is always the one that's in the middle of my arsenal, and I can make adjustments off of that. It may not be the one I'm throwing the best right then and there.
Yeah.
I have a benchmark ball, whatever it is. Yes, at the moment, yeah.
Yep.
And that may be the case for a lot of people, but
Yep. But you may want to
for me, there's that big difference. I always take
Yep.
the ball that's in the middle of my arsenal,
Yep.
throw it the first couple times, and then I can make ball changes and adjustments off of it. I know what it does and what my other bowling equipment does around it.
Yep. Yeah, like for me, I think I would probably bring just if it was here, just based on how things have been the last couple of weeks, I would probably bring my Beyond Infinity. And that's
It's a
just
good
because
ball
that's
choice.
the ball that I've been. Now I know for a fact I probably would be putting up like 220s, two teens, 220s, maybe 230s in the first game or two, because that ball needs a game or two to be bowled out there before it really starts to line up for me. Because I'll have carry issues if I try throwing it early. It needs a little bit of breakdown down lane to really start striking more for me. Because it doesn't really work great right out of the bag. But you let some games go out on the lane and then I pull it out, it gets interesting. 'Cause that's what happened yesterday. I knew it wouldn't work, so I wasn't throwing it. But do a game 3, I threw it and threw 10 strikes with it.
Bowlers, just a reminder as you're finishing up, we will
But
be serving food in the tournament office. Stop by the tournament office and partake in
But yeah, that's
some of
something
the
maybe
good
we should do
food
that at
that
some
they
point.
have
We've
set up
talked about
here
doing
in
random
our
things,
office.
different tournaments, just never
Stay
really got
hydrated
into them. But
for your
we've
convenience.
talked
Like
about it'd be fun to do a one
We
ball
are
tournament.
serving
It'd be
food
fun to
in the
do
tournament office.
a house ball
house.
tournament,
Dogs, nets, rots,
something
grapes,
like that.
spaghetti, coleslaw,
But like we
whipped
did,
cream.
like I've said before, I think if you run a house ball tournament, it would almost have to be that.
So stop in the tournament office and see
To
what's
me, you
there
would
in the
need
office.
something like
Thank you.
first person paid. Like we'd
Also
have to like
have the fried
pre-register
chicken
for
as
it,
well.
or even if you don't, just walk-ins. That would be a way to get people in here early. You got to get in here to get the ball you want. So the first person, based on you get to pick a ball based on the order you paid in. So we wouldn't let anybody.
Go
We'd have to
grab a
keep an
ball off
eye
a
on.
rack
Yeah.
until after you check in.
Yep. You got to be checked in and ready. And so if you decide to be Josh Pickett and show up right at start time, your choices are
You
going to be a little
you might
less.
you
You
might be
might
you
not.
might be rocking the pink 6-8 pound
Yep.
house ball.
Yep.
Blake said Sublime would be his second choice. That's another good bowling ball.
There's really not too many bad bowling balls out there right now.
Yeah, not too many.
Yep. Of course, you wouldn't know. You haven't thrown anything new in a year.
Yeah, I've been watching them all go down a lane.
That's true. Phase AI, that one was really good for a while.
Really
I'm sure
good.
it's
I was
still good.
shocked that
We will start serving food
the
at
IQ AI
6:15 at a
Didn't
quarter
do as
after
wasn't.
well.
7.
Like, yeah, that didn't.
Well, a lot of folks thought that it was. From what I seen, it almost was a little too long and too angular. That phase AI just had a nice, consistent, smooth reaction. That IQ AI may be a good ball changer. It may complement that phase AI real well, but it doesn't need compliment. I hope you wash that hand. probably come out high five me.
Yep. Oh, so we got 5 people over on YouTube. What's your guys' favorite ball?
Blake, Toxic Vibe was trash. Yeah, Blake, that was the other thing. Just a plastic ball tournament would be I think the better way to go than just a
Yeah,
house
the
ball
house
tournament.
ball.
They
Yeah.
could bring their own. We would have to have.
You'd almost have to put a certain pattern out if you were doing
Well,
a
what we'd
plastic.
have to do is put what we consider plastic
Yes.
and list of bowling balls that are approved.
Yep.
So it would almost have to be like anything visible, and then go in there, T zones,
Yep.
maxims,
I think the question mark there would be a mix.
I would almost take a mix out of that
That's
equation.
what I would think too, because
There's
it does have a lot of urethane in it.
yeah, there's way too much reaction. People can get a whole lot of reaction
Yep.
out of a mix. And white dots. Yeah, I would almost have a list of approved bowling balls
Yep.
because listen, to say plastic, none of these are true plastic anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
Yeah.
it was back in the day; those were all plastic. Now, the only thing I think
Yep.
anymore that could really be considered true plastic would be the Visiballs.
Yeah. Then the question becomes, what about the plastic balls with cores? The
Well, they all have core.
Spy, well, not all of them have core. Like the Spy has an asymmetrical core in it. The
Yeah, we'd have to come up
Black
with.
Widow spare ball's got a core in it. They actually put I think they put a gas mask. There's one of the Black Widows that I think has the gas mask core with a plastic shell.
Yeah,
Granted,
that would be where we would have to sit down and go through all that and make
yep,
sure what we want to consider a true plastic or a true spare ball.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, I think any urethane. I think there could be an argument on mix, but people come in here and try and throw pitch blacks and purple hammers as spare balls, but those would be out for sure.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah. But I think in that sense, we probably, even though I think house balls are urethane, I think the fact that they're not drilled for your hand, I think it would be okay to do that. Like, let them throw that. Because some people don't have a plastic or a spare ball. Like we said, their spare ball is a urethane ball. So maybe that's something we do. But of course, we would still have to walk around and pull all of the reactive balls off of the rack because there's a handful that seem to like to float around out here. People just leave them here and they end up on the rack. Like we said, there was a LT-47 sitting on here one time.
That was weird. It was an original LT too.
Is that what's sitting right there? Is that one? Nope. There's an angle here though. An original AMF angle.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fun to see what ends up on racks. Coming up here, we got our final frame coming up here on 13 and 14.
Yeah, we did all that talking. We still got some bowling going on. Joel and Tyler over there do have that shot at a decent 500 here going. Tyler
Yep.
started a little rocky. Joel fired front 5.9 spare here, so he's got 279 still on paper. Tyler can still get to 248, so they can get into those upper 1400s.
Blake's over here talking about thumb crotches. Not quite sure what a thumb crotch is. Maybe is that this? Is that the webbing between your thumb and your hand? Not sure what a thumb crotch is.
Yeah, it's an interesting word for it, Blake.
As if that's what he's talking about.
I can only imagine
that's
that's
the
what he's
only
talking
thing
about.
I can think of.
Thumb crotch. Anybody else? Watch, we're going to. Yep. I need to know, has anybody else heard it called that?
So Blake said it. I was like, is that a typo or did he actually mean to put that? He meant to put it. All right, looking around, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my black cloud again. Let's go ahead and run around the horn and see what we got going. Just on my glance around the lanes, I saw at least two of them. Yep. We got one on front 8 down there. We got one on front 6 here in front, just off to our right. Got some scores coming in. That's right. I was looking scores up. You got that coming through. Blake saying he made that up just to be stupid. That makes more sense then. Like, I had not heard that one before. All right, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 fronts again. Let's see how quickly those go away. 2 of those are fairly early. We'll see what comes through here. We do have a couple. Like I said, we got a front 7. I see a front 8, a front 5, and I believe a front 6. So as we get those through, we will potentially, like I said, potentially go live for that. Once Wayne's back in here, we'll keep an eye out. See if Chris is able to finish that out. Great shot there to get himself to a 266. He wishes he had that third frame back, but still a really good game out of him. Really good to get themselves up at 266, and then his partner's about to shoot himself in a upper 230s. Joel falling off there the last couple of frames, so their chance at 5 has really fallen off. I don't think they can get there now. Yeah, they're off of the 500 pace, but they can still get in the upper 4s. Still get themselves to 1400, which could still be a cashing spot in this, so we'll see.
You want me to let you know next time I come?
Tab will let me know. But the special isn't going on. Why'd you do that?
Pressing my luck.
Oh,
I've hit before without him being in the back.
that's true. Well, everybody's hit before without him being that bad, but you know it's almost a sure bet what he is.
Now we're going with that.
Yep. Oh Lord, I didn't
He
even
said,
see
"I
that.
just made that up to be stupid."
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't see the thumb. I didn't see the thumb taint.
We're gonna get a message from TikTok again. Watch, I can
Yep.
feel it.
Nope.
420
Yep.
from
So
Stacy and Carlos.
I'm impressed. I talked about 4 people being on fronts, and all 4 of them through the next strike.
Hey.
I'm actually gonna be. We're actually
504 from Josh and Chris. That's the first 500 we've had so far.
We're actually going to be going live here in a little bit, in just a second.
They get to 1375 for themselves. We will be.
Yep. So for that, just so you click this one and this one here. So you got to click both of
That
them.
one and that one.
The video capture device. Yep. So then that way, because this is TikTok, this is everything else. So you just when you click over here, it'll bring it up.
Okay.
There we go. So we do have that coming up. Nope, that's the wrong phone. All right, we got it going here. I'm going mobile.
Blake said, "Wait, this isn't live."
I'm here to black cloud him.
All right, as soon as Steve gets down there, who do we got down there, Steve? We got Mr.
Pickett.
Josh Pickett. Oh, you can't black cloud him. He's the one famous for
No.
doing it.
He doesn't have
He
the
did
headset
it with the
on.
headset on and everything. You can't.
We're good if you want to switch it.
There you go on the bottom of your screen. You got Josh Pickett. That gives him front 10.
Yep.
That is down there on the bottom screen for you guys.
Then we got Mr. Retirement down here watching.
Oh, yeah, with his big old head in the way.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to try and get. There's another one.
There, got another one
A
there.
little closer here. Get Mikey's head out of the picture.
Josh, don't mind if you're right there.
Nope. What?
I know I got a big head.
Yeah. Yeah, on live stream. Mikey's like, I got I got a big head. You don't have to talk about it.
All right, Josh Pickett going down there. Got front 11. Front 11 going for 12 and 300. Oh, is that a 5-pin?
No, that is an 8-pin.
Stone 8.
Stone 8. Wow.
Wow. Unreal.
Yep.
Unreal.
All right.
Oh, I missed out.
He threw 2 of them. Yep. Yep. Andrew said it was because I moved the camera closer. That's why it happened. No, honestly,
I could buy
might
that.
Be back down here in a minute. We got 3
We
more.
got one more going on right here next to us on 17 and 18.
Yep. There's a front 8. We got a front 8 on 17 and 18. We got a front 6 on 23 and 24. We got a front 8 on 25 and 26. So I might be back down there here shortly. There's the front 9, so we will be going live here in just a second again. So we'll see where we go with that.
I don't get to spin the wheel. That's bullshit. That's
That's-
$7.90 and a $2.99. I can't spin the wheel.
Talk to Will. That's not our wheel.
1343. That's not our wheel.
Talk to Will Bates. Although isn't $2.99 technically an honor score?
I would think so, but
Yeah.
not according to USBC, it's not anymore. But
Oh, it's not anymore. That's right. It was.
they don't give an honor. They don't give you anything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Will has a wheel up here, and it's posted up by on our desk, but everybody thinks it's ours. It's not ours. It's Will's.
Yeah.
But anybody who shoots a 300 or 800 gets to spin the wheel and take home whatever gift card they had for that. Whatever they land on, it's got a bunch of gift cards on it for various prizes for shooting that honor score. All right, so Jesse and Bo did in that game
Tyler's
for
out.
431. They have 1343 total. Josh and Chris 1375. Stacy and Carlos with 1185. Guys over here on 15 and 16 are finishing up now. Vontre, that's 429.
Brad, I'm gonna have to be moving a lot. Brad's got a shot at 8 down there.
Vontre and Jerome have 1309 total. They shot 429 that game.
Yep. So yeah, we've got a lot of mobility getting ready to happen here, guys. So hang with us. So I'm pretty sure that's Brad Rose down there on the front. he's
Blake even said it. 11 in a row is not honor anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think so. They're not giving you anything for it. You might. I don't know. You might get an 11 in a row plaque
right.
still.
We got Daniel stepping up
We got
here.
Daniel stepping up. We're going to go mobile with Steve. Daniel Gross stepping up right here. He's got front 9. He's right there on lane 17.
All right.
Well, Well, you jinxed the snot out of that one.
What? Yep. That was me. All right. And then I believe Brad down here is, like I said, I want to say he's at 528 and he's got 580 on paper. So he needs the front two to get 800, I do believe. Let me check. We'll be bringing you down from here down here. He does need the first two and 2 pins.
Okay.
Once Tracy finishes up here, I'm sure he'll be stepping up. And then
Got
if
it
you look
going
down there,
live.
do
Here,
we
you
have
got
any
it.
more? It's not on yet, but
Oh,
I
we
guess it
still
can
have
be.
fronts. They're getting ready to go
How many? What
down
do they
there on
have?
12.
Does he have 9, or are we still good?
No. He's got like,
Okay.
I think he's going for 8 right now.
Okay. All right, Brad's up.
All right, yeah, I think he has 8 now. So
Okay. You see what's down there on 25 and 26? Is that still going?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the 27-28 is on
Yeah.
front nines. I see that now.
Okay.
We'll
So
get that right
we'll
after
get
that.
Brad right after. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be running. So like I said, Brad's stepping up here. He needs the first two.
Brad going for an 800 here.
There's
That's
one.
What was those scores he shot against, Steve?
I don't remember his exact scores, but I know
I'll
it was
look it
at
up real quick.
528.
Oh yeah, 528.
249. 79 and 49. Nope, Trayvon's stepping up down there. He needs to slow down. All right, we do not have a camera on it, but we do have a front nine stepping up down there. Nope, you got it. Mm-hmm. What? Oh, it's on. It's good. Yeah. Throwing it. Needs this one. Oh, got it. There he does. He just needs 2 pins now. All right, Brad will
Trey,
get 2 pins, but did Trayvon still got it down there?
yep, he's still got
Okay.
it. He's got
So,
the first one in the 10th. So Trayvon's
yep.
got front 10, stepping up for front 11.
Yep. So
We'll get a
Brad
camera
just
down there
needs
as soon
2
as we
pins.
can.
So sorry guys that we're gonna step away from that, but I'm gonna assume he's gonna get that.
I'll keep you guys updated on what Brad shoots here. He needs 2 for 800. Strike here for 808. We do have Trayvon down here. He's got front 11.
Yep.
Got that live up on your screen now. Brad throwing his shot. Does strike 808 for Brad Rose. We got Trayvon Johnson. I guess he left Larry at home.
Yep.
Shooting 300. We do have one more going right there next to you, Steve. Right there on 20. Yep.
Yeah. I'll just stay back.
So
here.
Brad Rose again shooting 279, 249, 300 for an 808.
280.
Oh, I'm sorry, 280 for 808.
Yep.
You're right. I had 300 on the brain because of Trayvon.
Yep.
He shot 280 for an 808. Trayvon shot 300, giving him a 705. I'm not sure what he shot.
He
First.
shot a 147. Someone said he shot a 140 game 1.
Ouch.
So Larry showed up, and then
Larry
Trayvon
showed up
decided
game
to show
1.
up after.
Larry tagged in
Anyway.
Trayvon.
They're all congratulating Trayvon on his 700 because he needed all 12 of those to get 700, or he needed the front 11.
Well, he needed front 11. Got 705 out of it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna come back down there and give it. I'm gonna sit down for a second.
All right.
I know. I'll be back. Everybody's like, "Where are you going? You got another one?" It's like, "Yeah, he's still got another frame to get through, and then we won't go down there till 10th frame."
Oh man, I forgot to get these last few scores from these guys.
So, just like we said, actually, I'll just go ahead and set tournament on, or what is that? Oh, that was for us for beginning. Yeah. Or well, here I'll take them. Yep. Yeah. No, you're fine. Jerome gave us their tell us about you. So they were up there. Jerome is 36, is averaging 214. He's been bowling 21 years. Got a 300 and an 800, two 300s, two 800s. And Vontrae's 49, also a 214 average, 20 years bowling. He has 300s, 14 300s and two 800s, bowling 3 days a week. Figured I'd get that in there right at the end, even though they didn't know what it was for and gave it to us at the end of the live stream. So we do
All right,
have
so
front.
finish
Yep.
out the scores down here real quick. We did have Bill and Bob shot 474 that third game, gave them a 1285. Vontre and Jerome got to 1309. Joel and Tyler shot 462, which gives them a 1405. So a little fall off there from Tyler. Struggled there the last little bit of that third game.
Mm-hmm.
But they are the only ones of our live stream pair to shoot 1400.
Yep.
So 1405 for them is what we can see is the lead for now.
Well, on our
Doubt it, but
there's
on our live stream pair it is 1405. Huh?
Coco. I think Coco Graff just won whatever tennis tournament was going on. All right, making my way back down here. Going live again from down on this end. Once he steps up in the 10th, he'll be stepping up on lane 24.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on, guys. We do have, I guess, can I make this?
I wouldn't make it any bigger. It just starts to mess it up. But
Oh, does it? Okay.
yeah, because it's the ratio.
Okay.
Yep.
Steve's halfway across the house going, put the mouse down, Wayne. Put the mouse down. Don't touch the mouse. Do not mess with my settings.
I'm getting ready to leave here in a little bit, so you start messing with the settings. I can't fix them. Got Dennis Hatchett here.
That goes in with our conversation earlier. You could tell which of the two of us, between me and Steve, is the older one. I'm the one not allowed to touch the techie stuff.
We'll go ahead and set it. That way you guys are at least watching some bowling as opposed to seeing nothing. So we've got Dennis Hatchett stepping up first here. We got Dennis and James bowling. But Austin is the one we're waiting for here on 24.
You can spin it, but you won't get nothing.
Yeah. Has anybody spun it yet?
No, not yet.
Yep.
I don't think Will
Brad
knows.
And Trayvon, yeah, that's true. I'm not sure Brad knows there's a wheel, so I'm sure he should know that, but maybe he thinks it's just a 300.
Over here. I'm sorry, guys. Watching Terrence Johnson just off to my left here on 9 and 10. Just picked up a washout, the 3, 6, 7, 10.
Yep. All right. Dennis stepping up here, see what he can finish himself out with. throw a strike on the last ball of the shift. for
Adam,
himself.
somebody was asking, what did you shoot?
Nope. No.
7:05.
All right. Austin's here getting ready to step up here at the 10th frame.
Adam Rink was just walking by. He was Brad's partner with that. Brad shooting at 808.
yeah. Yep.
Adam shot 705. They got to
Oh,
15-13.
That'll put some money in their pockets.
Saccone was asking me that.
Yep. All right, we got
Jeremy.
Austin step up here. First ball.
Jeremy. They got to 15-13.
There's the first one.
13,
Good shot
1-3.
there for Austin.
All right, Austin got it front 10.
Yep. All right. Go the first 2 games with no honor scores, and we have chance at 4 of them in the span of 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes.
4. Wait a minute. What's Austin got for the first 2? Is he going 800 pace as well?
No, we had a shot at another one.
Oh,
Josh
shot
missed
at
it.
him.
But yeah, I don't think he is, but that's probably a good thing to check. There's 2.
Yeah, that kid. Man, that kid is good.
Yeah, he is. No, he's only at 424 after, so he can only get to 724, but still.
Oh,
Hey, 724 is still higher than 705 from Larry.
That's still on the Trayvon Johnson pace.
Yep.
Hey, he needed that first one in a 10th to get to 700.
Yeah. Here we go. Hook. There it is.
No
300
doubter.
from Austin.
No
Great.
doubter. All right, guys, that is all of our honor scores that are available.
Three honor scores there to finish off the day, or finish off the shift. Let's see how many we can get in the next few.
Yep.
We got 3 people that could come up here and spin the wheel. All right. Actually, yeah. All right, so I want to thank everybody for watching.
Oh yeah,
We will
sorry, I
be
got
back.
to watch. I got into watching the bowling on 9 and 10.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be back about an hour.
Yep. Back on here in about an hour. So, we'll see you
1
guys
o'clock's
then.
the scheduled time for it. We'll see you all then. Bye.